Namaskar, I'm Prakash Zog. Welcome to Prakash on Basics. About a month ago, we talked of the Mahavakya Tattwa masi. You are that. That was an advice. Its outcome, its first outcome, is a realization expressed in another Mahavakya, Aham Bramhasmi. This Mahavakya is chosen by Adi Shankaracharya from the Shukla Yajurved's Bruhadaaranyak Upanishad. It is referred to as an Anusandhana Vakya, something to be worked on, experienced, confirmed, and accepted as ultimate realization. Translated, it means I am Brahma, something to be realized by oneself, not just the meaning of the sentence as such. This is actually the core of Advaita philosophy, the non dualistic philosophy that was proposed by Shankaracharya. But then there were other philosophies too. They interpret this phrase in their own specific pattern, as per their own viewpoint naturally. I am the manifestation of Brahma, says one. For the Paramatma, the God, is greater than the Atma, that of the individual. And if this Brahma is Saguna, the one with attributes like Vishnu, then I, the Jiva, the life form, am Ishvara as Vishnu or Krishna or a different form as perceived by that particular part of the philosophy. Whichever possible Saguna form, Parameshwar, Paramatma is being talked of. But these Saguna forms seem to be the penultimate levels because this is Saguna, the one with attributes. We need to reach out beyond it. So the ultimate level would be the realization as Nirguna Brahma that we talked of long back. Naturally, since we as Jiva are understandable with attributes and Saguna, we must correlate with something that is tangible, understandable, simple to grasp, Saguna. That's something like Parameshwar, Vishnu, or Krishna. This is typically like what we have in maths equations. We can equate mangoes to mangoes. I can't have mangoes on one side of the equation and elephants on the other side. So I need to have the Saguna form on one side and another comparable Saguna form on the other side. And since it's an equation, they are the same. That's what we are going to boil down to. So we need to have aham, that is I, myself, who can understand his own existence, live, self conscious, self aware on one side, and Brahma, which is the universal consciousness on the other side of the equation. And the realization of the two being the same is this Aham Brahmasmi. Let's look at it from a Saguna form of an example. If I talk of a wave, of ice, of raindrops, of river or well water, or steam, or iceberg. All these have their own nama roop. They have their name, their identity, their characteristics. But then each of them realizing that I am water, H2O, that is Aham Brahmasmi. That realization is Aham Brahmasmi. The ultimate truth, the base is water. Rain, snow, iceberg, steam, wave, these are all just nama roop, as it is said. So, feeling distinct is at a lower level, and the realization of totality is the higher level. Due to insufficient, insignificant knowledge, things appear to be different. But the universal truth that all this is nothing but, in today's language, electrons or protons or neutrons or quarks or waves, anything. And in present day cosmic level, we are all star matter. We've all, every atom, every molecule within my body has come from some star explosion billions of years ago. Today, we can make sense of all this. We all come from the original Big Bang, and all these molecules, all these atoms will again blast off, but still remain till infinity in the universe. And they'll get spreading out and out, outwards. And aren't these all the properties that we talked of the Brahma? So Aham Brahmasmi is not something totally different for us to accept scientifically too. But there's a hitch in this. I think I am God is totally different from I know that I am God, the ultimate truth. I am God is self centered, self being the cause and being God the outcome. Actually, it is exactly the opposite. We are a part of that big cosmic aspect. That truly represents Aham Brahmasmi. Um, One of the great philosophers, Kant, uh, says that this is a language limitation. He says, when I talk of I, but when I write down, I must use small I when I am referring to myself, to me, the Jiva, the limited version. And I must use capital I whenever I talk of the universal consciousness. So for the limited consciousness, it is I. And he says we must treat it as I am. Whereas when I talk of the universal consciousness, it is more correct to say I is Brahma. That would then refer to the greater concept that we are talking of. This, of course, is an interpretation that we can think of, contemplate, come to whatever conclusions we feel right to be. And what's the practical use of all this that I have been talking of? Does Aham Brahmasmi make sense in that way? Think small and you are limited, you are bound. Think big and you grow, you rise to a much higher level. I am just someone. The instant I say I am a teacher, then I say, no, I am an Indian. Then I say, no, no, I am a human being. Then I say, no, no, I am the most evolved species on earth. Every step is a higher step. When I associate with a higher level, I naturally tend to use my potentials better. I rise in my own eyes, my self esteem increases. So, naturally, better performance is inevitable. Also, if I equate myself to Brahma, the totality, then I might be able to reach my fullest potential. After looking around everywhere, analyzing and interpreting, one can easily realize that what I seek outside, every form of atom that is outside, is within me too. So, outside and inside, things are not different. I am a part of that cosmic consciousness, that awareness, that is being of Aham Brahmasmi. It is easy for me to talk. They are just words. It's easy for you to accept because they are just words. But are you and me really capable of experiencing all this? I know it's beyond my capacity. You can be the judge of yourself the best. As it is said in the Ramayana, I referred to this some time back also. Jambuvanta, who made Hanuman aware of his potentials. It is not enough for Jambuvanta to remind Hanuman of his potentials. It is more important for Hanuman to realize what his strengths are, what his greatness is, what his power is. That Aham Brahmasmi realization is what really matters. We need to rise as high as possible to the best possible potentials of us. This is one interpretation of the great Mahavakya that we've just talked of. If you have liked whatever I have said, please pass on this knowledge to your friends. Tell them about this. Let them also gain an insight into themselves and their own potentials. Like and subscribe to this channel. Next time, I'll be back with another level of concepts, ideas proposed and expounded in the Upanishads and other scriptures. Till we meet again, Namaskar.